After 38 years wearing this uniform and being in the business of law enforcement and incarceration, I do have a vision for the future. There are many people who languish in our jails who can be rehabilitated, and it will strengthen our communities, and it will heal that bond that we need between communities and police.
The sheriff gave me one order, and that was the jail comes first. The infrastructure of the jail was crumbling. We had elevators that didn't work. We had windows that were being compromised. It was years and years of neglect, and we were here to fix it.
We were behind the times technology-wise. I mean 30 years behind the times.
Officers and deputies never came to anybody with suggestions because it hadn't been allowed for such a long time. Now I routinely have deputies coming to me with really great suggestions on how to get their job done better and expand it to the rest of the organization. A lot of the processes here were from 1997. There were old Office 97 templates, and many of the people that work here are actually younger than what those templates were. So we then ran into a problem where officers and deputies would come back to the district, they'd plug in their body cams, and it would basically shut down the internet. So in order to solve that problem, we upgraded the internet speeds at all of our districts, and it only cost us $180 a month total.
Obviously nicer to type than to handwrite, especially when you're doing multiple violations. It's a lot easier. On a paper ticket, it could take 3 to 5 days for the ticket to get from out here on the road patrol to downtown. If I write a ticket now, as soon as it gets signed off on, it's been transmitted to our Bureau of Records.
We have an intelligence unit which has grown since the sheriff has taken her position, and we've brought in some brilliant people that can really take data and information and to make it into something that's very usable for our entire agency. Many police departments across the entire country are very reactionary. It's proven to be an inefficient way to deal with crime. And now we have the ability, through data analysis, through mapping, to watch for patterns of crime. Whatever the problem, we're going to do a root cause analysis and solve it that way.
When I became sheriff, we had 2 helicopters and we were spending millions. We couldn't do surveillance with them. Their camera capabilities are not nearly as good as we need. So we decided that we would sell those helicopters. We enriched our aviation unit with drones. Not only are they a fraction of the cost, we can put one in the trunk of every patrol car. 15 of our officers have been FAA certified. We've already used them to solve crimes.
Community affairs was developed by having a conversation with the sheriff. She was calling to a person to ask a serious question, and the phone rang. She said, "Oh, we can't have that."
One of the things I instituted was a call center so that people can call on the phone, have the phone actually picked up by a real person who will stay on the phone with you until your problem is solved. I also added a deputy who speaks Spanish for that line.
The sheriff had started taking food in her truck to different communities. And so when she became the sheriff of Hamilton County, she said she would like to continue that.
We want to give the community tools to heal the community and heal the relationships with the police.
When it was sold to us that the sheriff's office was willing to not only send a truck with their 2 employees with us to pick up the food from the Free Store Food Bank, we were flabbergasted.
We're up to 3 communities right now.
You know, in the past, we've insisted that our officers soldier on and not a tear is shed. Well, you know what that resulted in? Broken marriages, alcoholism. It resulted in bad behavior on the part of the police. And we want to catch that before it becomes a part of someone's life.
So we decided we'll set up pillars of wellness, and those are mental and physical, spiritual, financial, and then plans for retirement of wellness.
We want those officers to know that we're going to speak about it. It's okay to need a little bit of help.
The most rewarding part about this job is that we're doing this and we're saving lives. We are providing resources compassionately and confidentially, and I want everyone to understand that we have their backs.
And our future is brighter than ever, and if you don't believe it, watch us.